I think that's okay. It's enough. Please, Ketini. Asante sana. Was that the only light? Was this the only light when we were... No, there was some other light. Sidio? It was only that one. Okay, it looked brighter when I was there. Maybe it is because of this. To my friends, Governor B and Governor Wesley, and to the the patron of this team, my friend Evans Keeley, and the entire management of this team, from the technical board to technical bench to the captain and the deputy captains, and the players and the fans, leadership of the fans. Good evening. Habari zenu. First of all, if I became young again, if it was possible to be again a child, and I was given a chance to choose between being a cabinet secretary and being a Cristiano Ronaldo, I would choose a Cristiano Ronaldo. I know there's a Messi club somewhere, just like some people who support another small team called Arsenal. Thank you very much. So the thing is, I really love sports. Let me just be honest. In fact, the day there is a Premier League game, there is a Champions League match, World Cup, like the match that we're going to watch tonight and so forth. Even when I'm stressed during the day, I know there's something to unwind with later by watching a match. But the bad news is that if my team loses, I will take another 2-3 hours to sleep. And I'm wondering, and my wife makes fun of me and tells me, you don't even know them. And you're losing sleep over a team you don't know. Sports is wonderful. Sports is a great thing. And the small stint I spent as a sports minister, I also understood so many more things about sports that we need to do as a country. And for a team to grow this fast in less than 7 years to reach National Super League is not an easy thing. There are teams that have been attempting for 20, 30 years and they never made it. And they have even accepted to remain in branch or divisional level. For you guys to have worked hard to reach this level, I must say with utmost humility and respect that you are great heroes. You are Mfalmes. You've done very well. And congratulations, Evans, and your team. Thank you for holding the hands of these players who are just community players. It means that just listening to your story, even when Alex was trying to explain, it's clear that there are so many teams and young people who are just looking for that one Evans, one opportunity for someone to hold their arm, and their careers will never be the same again. And I think more stories should be told about sports teams that we have and so forth, to encourage other people who have means, who have resources. When you think about, like the money you told me about what was your annual budget and what it will be, it's still laughable to some companies and individuals. If we had really encouraged some of these entrepreneurs, companies, to just look at 50 million to a team in a year, it will make a lot of difference in the life of young people, because then these young people would have the platform for sports scouting. And just imagine if one day, and as I told you, we need to have this conversation with you. Can you imagine if we structure this, if in Mfalme structures itself now to have an academy and then the main team? And by God's grace, we even have a chance of one player from this team to go and play for a team, let's say, no, I'm not talking about a big team. I'm not talking the biggest teams like Manchester. I'm talking and to be clear, Manchester is united, not a city is united. That's our time. If you see somebody supporting Manchester City, they were born the other day. Yeah, they just born the other day. Oh, no. It's either that they were born the other day or they don't know football. Don't worry. They'll just be like my wife, who every year she supports the team that won. So my wife was the other time in Man City. She was also in Chelsea at some point. Now she's an Arsenal fan. No, so I hope she is not watching what I'm saying. But on a serious note, even if we took a team to, a smaller team like West Ham, okay, they have been relegated, but or Sunderland or Newcastle, or I'm not talking about the big teams, just a middle table team. That player will make a big difference in our country. In the long run, it will make a big difference in our country. First of all, just imagine how much money that player will earn and what impact he will have in terms of repatriation of resources to the country, helping his family, his community, and making a difference. I wonder sometimes, and that's something I was thinking through. I was a minister for sports for 3 months. How countries in West Africa, and I think perhaps because they have a good relationship with Belgium and France, how they manage to take the Drogbas, all these Solomon Kalou, players like now Sadio Mane, and all of them to be able to take care of opportunities in big teams in the world. And there is a room for us in a special way for business communities and entrepreneurs to invest more in football and other sports. Football is just an example, but just imagine if eventually this team now has its own academy, and it has a link to some academies abroad, and then players are being trained properly, and then they get a chance to go like Aldrin Kibet and the others throughout of the country. It will be amazing. It will be connecting people to opportunities. So this, what you've done, Evans, can actually be remodeled and redesigned to become institutionalized and long-term, and maybe get even better partners out there who can help connections in Europe and other countries. Now, Middle East has become extremely interested in having good players and other places. And there's nothing wrong with them first going there as we grow our football to the level where players can feel that they are being paid well for what they do. I was also amazed that your captain is a teacher and is able to, multitask between his teaching and playing. And I'm amazed by all these other opportunities that are in all of you. I want to say congratulations to all of you. We support you. I will see I told Evans, I'll see what I can do. If I have an opportunity to connect you people to other opportunities, we can be able to improve the support of the team now that the burden is higher to across the country. Why must we do this? I am a minister of the Republic of Kenya, but I'm a person born and brought up in this region, and who lives in this city, and this county. So inevitably, this is home. And I would be very happy in my old age if I walk around with a walking stick to go to Kipchoge Stadium to watch Mfalme playing in, maybe that time, he will be playing in African Champions League, and TB Mazembe has come to Eldoret. We must dream. TB Mazembe has come to Eldoret to play with Mfalme, and I'm in my 70s, enjoying the match and saying, I was there when these guys came to NSL. We must dream big. It must be that way. Why am I saying this? Because I grew up when KCC and Rivertex was active, and I became at a very early age by just watching and listening to football. So I used to come here to come and watch people like Steve Odiaga and those days play football here. Because St. Patrick's, and I was in high school, St. Patrick's used to allow Saturday afternoon for a break. So, but then what I used to do is to come, the break used to end at 5, and the game is starting at 3-4. So about 3 there, we're watching the match. It's ending at about almost 5 to take a matatu to Iten, and then I would go and receive my punishment. At least I've watched KCC play Gor Mahia. And it had many fans. It was very good. So I believe that we can reenact, recreate the fan base that was there. And the good lady who was here as a treasurer spoke about on behalf of the fans. We can now create another base of fans for the future for Mfalme FC. And I have no doubt that you guys are going somewhere. You have my full support. Of course, you will have some offers here and there. We're told now we'll poach you to go to some team. It depends, of course, with the decisions you will make. But I am sure that the management and the patron here will present a very nice roadmap of where you are going. And sometimes you forego money for purpose of the journey you are going to travel. If you are part and parcel of a journey that you travel, it may be a more greater calling to go in that direction. The last thing I'd like to say is that Eldoret is very lucky, extremely lucky, that it's going to have a national stadium and an international stadium. You know, Kipchoge Stadium is not your everyday stadium. I want to now explain to you. Kipchoge Stadium, when I became Minister of Sports, was supposed to be, the initial plans were downgraded to the level of national stadium, like now what's being built in 64. And the president asked for my advice, and I presented that advice, and I said, to do international stadium, it will need about 3.2 to 3.5 billion. To do a national stadium, we'll need about 900 to 1 billion shillings. And the president said, at least let's do one good stadium out of Nairobi that will be international. So this stadium that's being built here, even if it delays to some days, we're building a stadium slightly below, actually higher than Nyayo, maybe slightly below Talanta and Kasarani, but it will be better than the current Nyayo, this stadium that is being built here. And that is going to make a big difference in terms of attracting investment to the city of Eldoret, because then if we are going to host big matches, that will be great. But you cannot host big matches without a big team. So, Governor, the request these people are asking is not a favor. It's in your interest. It's extremely in your interest. Every big city in the world has a big sports team. Yeah, in the US, it has to have a big basketball team and a big, football, not soccer, American football. Soccer, I just went there the other day and it's doing well. In Europe, every city, we know, all these Kenyans know cities in UK, courtesy of football. Nothing else. They know where Newcastle is, where Birmingham is, Manchester is, London is, because you're watching the sports teams that are there. People know, Kenyans know clubs all over Europe. Cities all over Europe, but thanks to the football team. It is in the interest of the county government of Uasin Gishu that there is one national team that plays in the National League. We can't be taking all the money to Nairobi to go and watch football and so forth. It is time that teams come to Eldoret to come and spend here in your hotels, in your everything. So when they ask for your support, Mheshimiwa Governor, my friend, with all due respect, they should not be begging. You should be knocking their door. You should be knocking their door and say, what can I do for you? It's not the other way around. So from now henceforth, na usione hii watu tu ati sini wale walikuwa msituni kwa rada hapo. Sasa washapita hapo. Hii ni national people. I think the county should invest. Number two, I think all of us who are well-meaning national government officials that come from this region, if we want to improve the image of our region, not just the city, Eldoret, Uasin Gishu, Kapsabet, Iten, and the environs, we must come together and see how to support you. We must come together and see how to support you to make this team big and big and big. We were almost being relegated as APS Bomet, and I'd just been made a patron. So I was a bit embarrassed that, we are, and by giving them small support, and I've seen how support does we finished the league number 12. Yeah, and we left all these other characters fighting down there. Okay, with all due respect, I don't want to mention something, but we left others. I don't know, did Ulinzi survive? Okay, so, but Mzuri kwa Soipan, I would have called her to say you suffered. So I think the point is that we need that injection of cash and support to this team so that they can succeed. And so that they can keep their players, but also it is only fair that their players also have something that they can take home. I've spoken too much because of my love of football. I'm very happy that African teams are doing a very good job in the World Cup. It is my prayer that at least tonight something happens so that at least the minimum of 8 African countries go to the round of 32. I saw some people speaking bad about South Africa. But I was very encouraged when the guy who gave me the shoes was wearing South African jersey. We must stand by each other as African countries. Yeah, for sure. And South Africa is a great country and a great football nation. We must all support each other. We are all Africa. Some people criticize South African because of this issue of influx of foreigners to their country. If those people came to Kenya here, you would have done the same. Kwanzaa, you people would have been worse. If many people from other countries was here and they're doing jobs, manual jobs, official jobs and everything, you would have done the same. The other day, you are making a lot of noise that Chinese are hawking in Nairobi. Why are they hawking? And it's a small group. What if all of Uganda and Tanzania and Rwanda and Burundi were in Nairobi? Yeah, there would be a lot of chaos. So you understand what they are struggling with in matters of immigration. And every country that is emerging will always struggle with that. But it does not take away the fact that as African countries, we must support each other. We must support South Africa, we must support Egypt, must support Morocco. Because their success, if they become great footballing countries and they are our neighbors, it is also our success. They will come here, we will be playing with them. Just imagine if Morocco today wins the World Cup. And then in the next African Cup of Nations qualifiers, Morocco is playing Kenya. You are so happy to be playing against the World Cup world champions. But if if all of us become pygmies in the region, it becomes very useless. There is no way we can grow. You must look at a bigger picture. Lastly, mulisema niweke mawe. Niweke jiwe ama mawe. Jiwe la msingi. Let me first, before I say that, I'm very happy to see my student Alex looking very polished here. It wasn't too bad, but it looks better now. So I take a lot of credit. But had he suffered to be different, I would have said he wasn't a good student. No, but on a light note, you're doing very well, Alex. And I know him very well. I know his father is my friend, and I know where he comes from. Now, Philip is here. We preach with this guy everywhere. It's governor. Yeah, the evangelist #1, Dr. Philip Chebunet. And Mutiango for many years, and many, many other ages. So I will leave with your person. I don't know whom are we giving. Okay. Oh yeah. For now, because as I say, we are discussing other things with Evans. But for now, for your celebrations, I'll give him 500,000 shillings. So. Yeah. Tamara. You made a very good speech. Yeah, very nice speech. Well done. Asanteni sana. God bless you.